Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Raku here with the What If Issei was the Beast Monarch. So yeah, I mean, I will say he's like the reincarnation, but not really. So he is kind of like the Beast Monarch, somewhat. So let me explain this. He's not gonna have the system or any of that. Also, is my voice deeper? Kind of. I just woke up a while ago. My ass woke up because my parents kind of asked if I want to go to a restaurant, and I said hell yes. So I'm not gonna have to do this for too long. But other than that, let me begin. I was going to record this yesterday, but too tired, fell asleep, and then just woke up back again. No, that's not the point. Wait, it is kind of deep. Never mind. Oh wait, let me try to make it lighter. So yeah, what's it called? We go into a baby boy. Sorry, his name not the title, but whatever. We go into a baby boy, a boy that was just born a while ago, a boy that had brownish hair, kind of like lightish brown hair, but at the same time was darkened. This is where he had kind of lightish brown eyes, but they were a tint of mostly almost gold. Just almost gold, but then just went back to brown. This boy had so much immense power that apparently his parents were confused, but mostly this kid was just born. But this is where, their parents didn't really know, but they had this weird, instinct to kind of, run away from the child. But of course, the mother refuses to because she didn't give a damn. She instead was happy because mostly her baby boy was kind of like a hunter. Like, she believed that this boy was going to be the greatest hunter of all time. Which, she's not wrong because, if you think about it, Beast Monarch is really called the king of hunting. Like, he's the hunter himself. But not the point. Also, I should mention that Mika is a part of a hunter descendant family. So, yeah. I'm going to just put it like that, okay? So, of course, she didn't really care. She was happy to have, a very powerful child who was going to be a hunter in the near future. She didn't know of what, but she didn't care. She didn't even care if he was going to hunt the supernatural down. That's not the point. But we go into mostly a time skip of mostly a 7-year-old brown hair boy. The brown hair boy is named Issei Hiro. His mother is named Mika Hiro, and his father is named Goro Hiro. Now, Goro Hiro was, how should I say? Kind of like not wanting. He was going towards mostly America because that was in his job description. Mostly his job description was going to America just to get better pay and other stuff. So, of course, that was going to happen. Of course, he didn't want to leave his family alone in Japan, mostly cool. So, of course, he asked his wife if she wants to go to America. This is where, Mika thinks about it, and she really didn't want to move Issei away from Irina. Now, yes, Issei has met Irina in this one. He has met Irina, Murahama, and Matsui, but he also met someone else. And of course, even though mostly Mika thinks that Issei is close to Irina, that's not the case. Issei can care less about Irina because Irina, even though she acts like a tomboy, he can still smell like she's kind of lying that she's supposed to be a boy and mostly a girl. So of course, Issei kind of can smell that because mostly his father and mother smells different species. Mostly one is a girl and one is a boy. So that's why he can tell. For some reason, his senses of smelling, touching, tasting, and other things are all very high. Like, they're high as hell. Like, they just advance to being, higher than anyone's kind of stats. But does it work? He just kind of ignores mostly Irina's kind of bantering most of the time, but yeah. Because Irina also kind of does learn about her parents, about the whole church, and how she's, praying to God and other things, which Issei gets annoyed, but he just ignores it. Now, of course, there's not that one person that he kind of plays with, but he also kind of stands next to someone with kind of palish blondish hair. Mostly she has 2 ponytails that are not that long, or 2 pigtails, and this is where, she's kind of, palish blondish, rosé blonde hair with palish bluish eyes. This is where she had kind of palish skin, and when she was next to, Issei, because Issei's always kind of next to her, kind of talking to her and wondering exactly who she is and other stuff. That's where she said that her name is Junko. Issei asks if she wants to play. This is where, well, she looks at him with a very curious look, and Issei says, like, play, like, games and other stuff. This is where Issei, for some reason, had a little blush on his face, but not much. Which he is just kind of talking to her. But yeah. Now, of course, he's still a child, so of course he doesn't know anything to pervert it. But yeah. He just thinks this girl's kind of cute and pretty. So yeah. Pretty. Not just kidding. But, of course, with that happening, mostly she nodded and, of course, went to go play with Morohama Matsui and Irina. Now, Irina was kind of confused on why Issei brought her, but mostly didn't really care. Now, mostly when the parents went to go pick up mostly their children from the playground, before kind of getting there, mostly, what's it called? Issei also saw another girl who kind of had a long, well, mostly just a long face of sadness, had kind of whitish hair and, of course, bluish eyes. This is where she had like some kind of dress that shows she's some kind of nobility or something. But mostly Issei kind of saw this and kind of walked up to her and said, "Hey, are you okay?" This is where, well, the blondish hair behind Issei kind of noticed this girl, and of course, for some reason, she felt like some weird instinct to tell Issei to get away from her, because mostly this girl, mostly the blondish hair girl, is a fallen angel, while this kind of, well, mostly female that's in front of Issei, who is actually also a kid, but is also, well, mostly a devil. Now, of course, this is where Junko tries to tell Issei to get away, but mostly the girl kind of looks up and says, "No, I'm not really okay." This is where, well, Issei says, "Do you want to talk about it?" This is where, well, Issei, he's kind of a cheerful kid when he was a child, but not at the same time, not much, but yeah. This is where, well, she sighs and says, "Yes, I guess. It's just my grandfather and this and that," and this is where, well, Issei says, "How about you just play with us, and maybe that'll get you out of the mind." She looks up and kind of looks with her eyes and kind of just thinks about it and says, "Sure." She's kind of scared if mostly her grandfather will attack this boy. But yeah. Now, of course, they kind of play for another couple of, like, minutes because their parents hasn't got here. But yeah. But before even kind of, like, keep continuing, a man appears with a white magic circle. This is where he had long white hair and kind of goldenish eyes. This is where, well, he looks around for mostly his daughter and saw her with another boy and a couple other children. The other children got so scared, even Irina, who actually noticed this person to be kind of a devil because he had double wings behind him. 10 double wings. I think, yeah, 10, 12. I can't remember. But 12 double wings. This is where, well, this person says, "Ah, Valerie, what are you doing with these lower peasants? Actually, what are you doing with an angel, a fallen angel, a human, and what the fuck is that?" He saw Issei and, of course, just kind of mess with Issei because he knows what Issei is, another human, but a little bit different. He feels kind of beastly a little bit, but he doesn't understand. This is where, well, we'll see Valerie gets scared and say, "Grandfather." This person is none other than what's it called, Valerie's grandfather being, what was his fucking name? So, this person is named Lucifer. This is where, well, he says, "Ah, whatever. Just come with me, Valerie. We gotta be going." This is where Valerie is scared and doesn't really want to go and leave her friends because she doesn't even know where she'd be going because mostly her parents did die from this asshole, so yeah, that's a thing. This is where, well, Issei noticed the kind of scared look on Valerie and says, "No, don't go." This is where Issei, for some reason, has this bad instinct that mostly if he let go of Valerie, something will happen to her. This is where, well, Valerie says, "Please let go. I need to." This is where, well, Issei refuses to and decides to stand right in front of all his friends. This is where, well, his energy, mostly his eyes kind of almost became gold after just frustration and anger. This is where, well, the person in front of him says, "Oh, a human designed to protect my daughter or my granddaughter? What a pathetic sight. I can't believe we're gonna have to let him die, Valerie, but whatever. I'll let him die anyway." He sent a very powerful magic attack straight towards Issei. Issei widened his eyes, but decides not to move. For some reason, he didn't want to move. He didn't want to dodge. He didn't want to do anything. But he got angry and more enraged. This is where, well, his power started building up. This is where, well, Issei says, "I refuse for you to hurt any of my friends." This is where, well, Issei's power arises. Even Issei's eyes changed finally to gold, to a golden slick color. This is where, well, his hair started becoming white, but with red energy spiking around him. This is not Drake, but mostly his own power. A beast has awoken within him. The beast looks through Issei's eyes and says, "What an interesting battle you're going against. Someone that's almost close to that of a god, but not as close to my power." The beastly figure kind of said, "Well, kid, I'll help you out." This is where he has such a vicious looking grin on his face, this beastly figure. We go into Issei right now appearing with so much power rushing through his body. When the magical attack even closely smashes into Issei, Issei manages to just claw at it with his hands becoming into like a beast of like claws. They became like very like sharp claws. Issei cut through that shit and ran towards mostly Ravel? What? No. Rizavan. This is where Rizavan wiped his eyes and never expected Issei to be so powerful that he is actually destroyed like a 50% attack of magical power, which he's confused until he felt the beastly instinct of Issei awaken within his body. He thought it was a sacred gear, but of course, even if it's a sacred gear, I think he had the power of like destroying sacred gears. So of course he touches Issei and it doesn't do jack shit to Issei, and instead Issei literally clawed at his chest in an instant, right now leaving a huge mark of like red kind of crimson liquid appearing on his like chest. This is where he widened his eyes, and it's not a sacred gear, it's Issei's own power. This is where he gets angry and attacks Issei, punching Issei in the face right now out of instinct. But this is where it made Issei more angrier and annoyed. His eyes actually became crimson red in an instant. Issei decided to punch the shit out of, well, mostly Rizavan in the stomach so hard that it kind of broke some ribs. This is where, well, this is only a 7-year-old child though, I should mention. This is still not the full power of, well, the beast that lives within him. This is where, well, what Rizavan saw is, yes, one of his eyes became red, but of course, his bane was covering up his, like, mostly, that one eye, making like a dark shadow appears in that red eye. This is where, well, Issei say, "Die." This is where Issei's voice seems a little different than normal. Yes, much more deeper and sinister. This is where, well, Rizavan wiped his eyes, but of course he tries to send a magical slash down, trying to cut Issei's head off. This is where when the magical attack hits Issei, it didn't actually do anything. Issei's skin has become much more like stronger than metal itself, stronger than titanium. Issei's skin has become one of the toughest things ever. This is where, well, Rizavan wiped his eyes. This is where, well, Issei's body felt like he was about to lose control, which he is. He's losing control slowly. But this is where the beast within him, decides to fully just take control of Issei, because he sees that Issei's in a berserk state and sees him getting stronger, not just by his own power, but also by the second mostly strongest thing in the whole world of humans' emotions, and that is rage. He didn't know why, but mostly this boy was actually getting stronger with rage, making his body become stronger and being able to contain this beast's power. This is where he smiles and says, "That's good to know that this boy can actually control my power. Well, I'll take control of your mostly body just to show you that we might be partners together. I might be still within you, but I'm not going to just go down towards some human." This is where, well, he takes control of Issei's body, and of course Issei's body started growing kind of white fur, which what's it called, like, mostly Lucifer wiped his eyes, and this is where before he can even dodge, a fucking punch smashes into his stomach, then a kick, and then a kick to the fucking head. This is where he felt like he had a concussion. This is where he wiped his eyes, and of course seeing Issei. Now of course, this guy's just smashed through the forest very easily after those attacks. Issei is right now peering into the trees, grabbing one of the trees, a beast. Right now jumping off of it and then kicking right now Rizavan in the freaking face. Like, not kicking him, mostly kneeing him in the face. Rizavan wiping his eyes and of course coughing blood, saying, "What the hell are you?" This is where, well, the beast himself says, "Who am I? Oh, well, I am the beast Monarch. I am the man that will hunt you down like the prey you are. So I'll kill you. You're an interesting prey, so I'll kill you now." This is where, well, mostly Rosamund says, "Die! I won't die towards you!" This is where he was to send a magical attack, but before anything else happening, Rosamund gets his arm right now broken in an instant by Issei grabbing it. And this is where he then sends a very powerful punch straight towards Issei's, mostly the Rosamund's face. But this is where, well, mostly the Beast Monarch noticed one thing. That Issei's body cannot contain all the power and actually kind of fell over. Like, yeah, even though with rage and other things containing it, the Beast Monarch does not feel any rage when he took control of Issei's body. So, of course, the rage power that was left over from Issei kind of dwindled down, making Issei already unconscious, thanks to the Beast Monarch power. Or mostly the Beast Monarch kind of put him unconscious. It wasn't him making feeling rage with Issei. So, of course, that was the only way for the power boost. But, yeah, Rosamund gets up and says, "Such an annoying brat, I'll kill you." This is where, well, two magic circles appear right in front of him. This is where one being kind of yellowish, but darker yellowish, and of course the other one being a reddish color. This is where Rosamund saying, "What are you doing here, you bastards?" This is where, well, some of the children start rushing towards over there to see what's happening. Now, of course, this is where, well, two boys kind of start trying to run away, but this is where a girl appears with a whitish magic circle in a maid outfit and erasing the boy's mind. This is where, well, both of them fell down and, of course, erased their minds. This is where, well, we go into mostly the girls kind of rushing in. Now, of course, the where, well, mostly Junko and mostly Valerie went to go rush in to see Issei to be fine, to hoping that he's fine. But when they get there, they see Issei pass out, and of course, mostly Valerie sees a red-haired man with mostly a golden bang hair man with kind of black hair, but yeah. Now the girl kind of notices the same, of course, notice her father being right in front of her and asking her father what's happening. But this worked well. Her father stops her in an instant and says, "Don't come any closer." This is where, well, Roosevelt says, "Well, I'll be going if Valerie, get over here." This is where, well, mostly Valerie hides behind mostly Elsa and says, "Don't, Uncle Elsa." This is where, well, mostly Elsa flares at Bevel, or Vilvel, whatever the hell his name is most of the time. Valerie's gonna fall, okay? And just tell him to fuck off. Like, he's not giving her up. And even if he tries to fight him, there's no way he's going to win. He looks really badly hurt. This is where, well, Elsa looks down to see the boy who was actually pretty tough as hell to beat the shit out of, well, mostly Lucifer, or mostly, yeah, Lucifer, one of the descendants. Like, goddamn, how powerful would this kid have to be? But this is where, well, mostly, Valerie is right now kind of hiding behind Azo and even Junko. And this is where, well, right now, Sir Sex thinks this is cute for some reason. Of course, reminding himself as mostly his little sister does the exact same thing because he's still sister cup. Now, of course, well, Lucifer, right now, the white-haired Lucifer says, "Fine, you can keep them. I don't care. You can keep her. She's nothing but a useless bitch." This is where, well, mostly Raphael and Lucifer kind of just makes a magic circle and disappears. But yeah, a white magic circle. This is where, well, mostly, Irina didn't leave yet. She actually also rushed in to check where Issei was at. But when she finds Issei, she's like, "Issei, Issei, Issei." This is where she rushes up to try to, well, heal him and trying to use her magic. Bit of magic. Even though she doesn't give a damn about, like, showing it off for a little bit. This is where, well, she activates her wings, and of course, angel wings appear right now, trying to heal the kind of hurt boy a little bit. He's mostly out of just stamina, exactly. This is where, well, mostly the kind of older figures and even the girls turn around to see Irina's angel wings kind of fluttering. This is where she's trying to use holy magic to try to, well, mostly heal him. This is where, well, mostly Azo and even Sir Sex kind of says, "I see, so she's an angel." This is where she mostly Azo looks down to see mostly Valerie and mostly Valerie and Junko gone from his leg, and of course going up to mostly Issei. Now, of course, this is where they flutter their wings just out of instant, and of course trying to use their own magic to heal the boy. Now, of course, this is where, well, both Sir Zex and Ansel thought that was kind of cute for all three of them to actually try to heal the boy, which is an interesting sight because, well, mostly angels, fallen angels, and devils do not like each other that much. But seeing those three girls really don't care about their species and instead kind of trying to help the boy that's in front of them, kind of makes it kind of cute. Now, of course, where well, mostly a girl with mostly a maid appears, a female with a maid, or not female with a maid, mostly a maid actually appears, and of course saying, Lord Sorzek, raised the two boys that were kind of not a part of the supernatural. Even though they have sacred gears, I decided to erase their memories so it will be kind of peaceful. This worked well. Right now, Sorzek nodded and saying, that's good. Will you also erase this boy's memories? This worked well. Mostly when Valerie heard this and said, what? You can't erase his memories? No. This worked well. Mostly, what's it called? Sorzek noticed Valerie's kind of plead. Even what's it called, well, Irina's and even Junko's. And this worked well. Mostly, as I say, we're gonna have to do that. This is where you intervenes with the girls kind of pleading. This worked well. They say, why? This worked well. Mostly, as I say, because he's still, well, I still want him to live as a normal child. He's not a supernatural part of a supernatural family or any of that. He's not a fallen angel, devil, or an angel, just like you three girls. This worked well. Mostly they look down and they kind of look back up and they look back down and they say, fine. This worked well. They know about some of the supernatural and how the laws work. Before, what's it called? Mostly, before anything happened, well, wait. Before anything happening, mostly an exorcist, and also mostly an exorcist appears right now looking for Irina and says, Irina, where are you? Irina. This is where he kind of ran up and hugged her. Now, of course, he does have one of the Excalibur fragments on his back, and this is where, well, Irina says, Father, what are you doing here? This is where the father looks up and sees Azo and Sorzek, and right now sweat drops. He right now kind of, oh god. This is where, well, he activates his wings just in case anything happens. He has actually 3 wings, and this is where, or 3 pairs of wings, making him have 6. And this is where, well, Azo and Sorzek just look at him just like, no, we're not fighting, exactly. Azo tries to calm down the situation until mostly the boys start waking up saying, what just happened? Man, all I remember was food and then passing out. This is where, well, mostly, they look at Gracie thinking that she already just like changes like magic or mostly mind, and Gracie shake their head saying no, that's not even the case. This is where, well, mostly everyone is confused how this boy already kind of just lost his memories. What the hell? Now, he didn't lose his memories. He just got told by someone not to remember his memories, to actually just forget about it and think of something else. So, of course, Issei literally thought of food. Just food in an instant. Now, it wasn't Draken. Draken hasn't actually, or not Draken, Drake hasn't actually awakened. So, of course, that's a thing. Now, of course, where Issei kind of woke up saying, I'm hungry for pancakes. What am I doing in the forest? Whatever. Issei walks off and just like kind of going to go get some pancakes, thinking that this is still the morning. And when he gets home, he just kind of rushes inside, kind of breathing hard. And this is where he felt so many powerful signatures in the instant to fucking run. But it was calm a little bit. This is where, well, he says, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? What the hell was up behind me? Actually, where's Junko, Irina, and even, what's it called? Valerie. Wait, where's Wataharu Masui? What the hell happened? This is where someone in his head said, calm down, you brat. You just had an awakening with me. Just remember this, brat. Rage is power. This is where, well, he says, the fuck you mean about rage is power? Never mind, you are not going to understand. You're just an idiotic brat. Just forget all about this. This is such, fine. How would I forget? Like this. This is where the beast snaps his fingers and right now makes Issei forgets everything. Except for his friends, which he just kind of mostly got, what he realizes, mostly the Beast Monarch has to alterate his memories and kind of just say that mostly his friends just moved away, but yeah. So, of course, that wasn't actually a lie, so yeah, mostly Irina, had to go towards the church because, yeah, since her father's an exorcist, yeah, that's happened. Her mother's actually an angel, don't worry about that. And, of course, the work, well, mostly, both Junko and Azo went, or mostly Junko, Azo, and Valerie went towards the Gorgorio. Of course, they're going to contact, what's it called, Azo in the near future, when Valerie's at the right age to kind of figure out about her heritage, but yeah. Now, that's all happening, but of course, Issei did get told by his parents that mostly he's going towards America to, I don't know, whatever. But we go into a time skip of Issei being now 17. Issei just breathes out, and right now just like breathes out and breathes in. Right now going to a new school, being what's it called, cool. Now the school, he doesn't really feel like really going. Now, we're not new school. He has been in the school for a while. He's been in for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, he's got in trouble. Not multiple times from the teachers. No, he got in trouble by the team that he was playing, soccer. He plays soccer because he actually loved the sport, because he used to play with, soccer in America with some Mexicans, some Latinos or whatever. But yeah, Latinos also kind of play with some other people, but yeah. But of course, he just loved the soccer game, and of course, how mostly in their rule, mostly there's one rule where it's like, if the cops show up, they run. And that's how Issei's exercise is always like that. Now, that was the thing, and of course, in this place, when the cops show up, he can't run because, well, it's a soccer game. Because, yeah. Now, of course, where Issei always just trains and blah, 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 whatever. But not the point. He just trains to kind of play soccer. But yeah, I should mention that he's kind of built lean, and he's quite one of the fastest in the team. He's also considered to be the striker in what's called soccer. The only striker, actually. Now, of course, what I mean about him getting in trouble is because Issei got in trouble into a fight with the other team. The other team kind of like said something about his mother, which made Issei really smash his head into this person. Right now, knocking his shit out. Of course, gave him a red card, and of course, made him like lose the whole game, making everyone hate him in the whole school because of his petty decisions. Now, Issei doesn't give a damn. He truly doesn't give a damn. His eyes turned yellow for a second, scared the shit out of this person when he knocked the shit out of this person. But yeah. Of course, this is where, we go into Issei going to school because he was suspended for, a week, actually. It was actually 2 weeks, but the reason why it's been a week, but not 2 weeks. He hasn't really got suspended. He has kind of detention, but yeah. Well, now, Issei goes to the school on Monday. Shows up, and of course, this is where, everyone's glaring at him, but this is where, two of his friends actually appear. Biyomorhama Masui is 2 childhood friends. He forgot about 3 other girls, but of course, he will remember them later. This is where, both of them says, "Yo, Issei, wanna go to do this or that? We can see that your mood is really bad." He just said, "I'm fine, guys. I don't really want to go." This is where, they said, "Really? Why not?" He says, "Because I'm not a damn pervert, guys. Fuck off with this shit. I'm not gonna go peep on some girls. I'm not interested in them." This is where both of his friends say, "But why? The girls are having the most beautiful..." This is where, they admire the girl's body. He says, switch up and says, "Dude, just fuck off. I am having a really, really shitty day. And if you guys decide to piss me off, I will probably throw you out the whole school gate." This is where they say, "Yes, sir." And right now getting scared because they had pissed off Issei one day, which made Issei kind of grab both their heads and knocking them out. This is where Issei says, "Kiss the bride now, assholes." In America. He said it in English. This is where both of them were confused, but both of them get their heads kind of smashed together. But yeah. Yeah, Issei was annoyed on that date. Or mostly that day. So, of course, with that happening, we go into mostly them kind of going to class. Of course, so many people giving Issei dirty looks, angry looks, because they failed their soccer kind of championship or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. Now, of course, Issei didn't care. Now, one guy actually bumped into him and says, "Hey, move out of the way, loser." That's where we're 2 perverted friend losers. I can't believe you're actually friends with these people. Issei says, "The hell did you just said, asshole?" This is where, what's the person say, "Huh? You want to fight?" This is where he throws his hands up. This is where Issei says, "Man, you suck at fighting." Now, Issei has seen multiple fights in America, and he knows that some people are quite professionals when they kind of like don't actually ask for fights or any of that. And there's those like play fights, and then there's those like garbage ass fights. Issei right now said it in America. Well, in Spanish, "Pinche loco, ¿por qué no te manches?" Well, he says, "Pinche loco, ¿por qué no te chingate madre or something?" This is where, Issei said it in Spanish. So, of course, this person doesn't understand. But he throws the first punch thinking that Issei insulted him in a different language. Issei grabs a punch, right now twisted his arm, and then punched him in the face so hard, knocking his teeth out. Yeah, Issei didn't care. Issei says, "Next time when you throw a punch, make sure to hit your target and not try to scare them, because bitch ass, I went to America. I am not scared of half of you fuckers. He just said in American tone. Because yes, he's really not scared. When he had to get into fights in America, and some of the schools he had to keep moving around because his parents just loved moving around America. He got in so many fights, absolutely knocking people's teeth out and not caring too damn much. Of course, he was taught by like older kids, either being Latino, or what's it called, being American or whatever. American, they basically just give him a gun and say, if anyone ever fights you, just shoot him right in the leg. Besides, it's a fist versus gun. Who's gonna win? Issei says a gun. Exactly. And so, well, Issei said, hell yeah. Now, Issei doesn't have guns, of course. That's the problem here. Japan is different from America, because America, you can literally go to the store and buy some drinks and they'd be like offering you guns. But yeah, Issei sighs and just wish that he can go back to America. But yeah. But now that, well, we go into Issei kind of going with his friends to class. Now, this is where, well, when they get to class, a bunch of people are glaring at Issei and other things, but yeah. But I'm thinking of leaving it off here for kind of part 1 of this what if, and I will do part 2 later on. But for right now, I'm going to leave it off here for part 1. 31 minutes, good enough. Other than that, bye, see ya, yeah.